His Holiness Drwang Peno Rinpoche, emanation of Pandita Vimalamitra, was born in 1932 in eastern Tibet. At a very young age, Peno Rinpoche was recognized as the reincarnation of the great Tibetan master Drwang Palchen Duba. After being enthroned as the 11th throne holder of the Paiyu lineage that belongs to Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism, Peno Rinpoche relied upon many great masters and scholars under whom he studied the vast and profound aspects of the Buddha's teachings in general, as well as Karma, the transmitted teachings, and Dharma, the rediscovered teachings of the ancient translation school. In terms of Buddhist study and practice, Nyingma school emphasizes the view, meditation, conduct, and fruition taught by the celebrated Indian master Guru Padmasambhava, widely known as Guru Rinpoche. In 1959, Peno Rinpoche fled to India with a small group of his followers, and gradually in 1963 he established Namdroling Monastery in Balakupi, Mysore, South India. Rinpoche's main objective of establishing this monastery was to preserve, promote, and disseminate the general Buddhist teachings as well as the distinct Nyingma Paiyu lineage throughout the world for the benefit of all sentient beings. The authentic, rigorous, and high standard of Buddhist training provided by the monastery for over 50 years has established it to be one of the best institutes of Buddhist learning. Today, Namdroling is a spiritual family of more than 5,000 monks and nuns, all of whom are devoted in studying and practicing Buddhist teachings. Every year, monks and nuns from the Himalayan region of India, Bhutan, Nepal, Tibet, and Mongolia come to this monastery in the pursuit of higher Buddhist learning and practice. Many masters and scholars, including His Holiness the Dalai Lama, had visited and taught here. The Dalai Lama, on many occasions, appreciated the high scholarship of the students and graduates of this monastery and declared that this monastery is one of the best seats of Buddhist study and practice. The monastery consists of a primary and junior high school, a school for learning rites and rituals, a center for higher Buddhist studies, a retreat center, a nunnery with Buddhist college, and many Dharma centers around the globe. In order to plant the seed of liberation in the minds of all those who come to Namdroling Monastery, His Holiness Peno Rinpoche had established study centers, libraries, temples, stupas, and prayer wheels as supports for spiritual practice and inner development. Keeping in view of his outstanding contribution to Tibetan Buddhism in general and Nyingma school in particular, His Holiness Peno Rinpoche was enthroned as the third supreme head of the entire Nyingma school, the post which he served for many years. In short, Peno Rinpoche's life is an example of spiritual living in action, where everything, including one's dear life, is sacrificed for the preservation of Buddhist teachings and for the benefit of beings. In 2009, just like the historical Lord Buddha, this great being also passed away into parinirvana to show the impermanence of life to his followers. Even though His Holiness Peno Rinpoche, our beloved teacher, is not physically present amongst us, yet his blessing and enlightened wisdom is very much fresh and alive. His compassion for beings has taken the form of his spiritual heirs, the three heart sons, accompanied by 3 senior Khenpos, supported by the faculty members of Namdroling Monastery, who are tirelessly working day and night to continue this great legacy that His Holiness has left behind. Three years have passed since our great master entered into parinirvana, and so far all his students throughout the world had carried out the first and second anniversary prayer ceremony in 2010 and 2011. This year in March, the third anniversary prayer ceremonies were held in different parts of the globe. Beginning from 22nd to 24th March 2012, a 3-day grand prayer ceremony was carried out in Namdroling Monastery. The inmates of Namdroling Monastery are preparing for the third anniversary prayer ceremony of His Holiness Pema Rinpoche. Contributions are being made for the ceremony by the ordained and lay people. For 3 days, monks were engaged in making torma, the ritual cake, with ornaments. Different designs like 8 auspicious signs, 7 signs of prosperity, etc., with symbolic meaning were made according to the sublime Payul tradition. This giant tsok or feast offering is made up of butter, roasted wheat flour, molasses, honey, and dry fruits. With the finest flowers, the finest garlands, music, ointments, supreme parasols, supreme lamps, and the finest incense, I make offerings to the victorious ones. With the finest cloths, supreme scents, and fine powders equal to Mount Meru, all displayed in supreme and magnificent ways, I make offerings to those victorious ones. With vast unsurpassable offerings, I venerate all the victorious ones. Through the power of faith in excellent conduct, I prostrate and offer to the victorious ones. Long cushions are being laid before the prayer ceremony. Cleanliness drive was being carried out by the inmates in and around the monastery. Extensive flower and water offerings were made in front and towards both sides of Sangdok Palri Temple. The ceremony begins with the beating of a gong at 7 a.m. sharp, after which all the participants gather towards the entrance of the main temple. May the sound of the great Dharma drum emancipate the suffering sentient beings. Throughout countless millions of kalpas, may you remain proclaiming the Dharma. His Holiness Karma Kuchen Rinpoche, the 12th throne holder of Payu lineage, enters the temple to preside over the ceremony. More than 3,000 monks and nuns participated in the prayer ceremony and performed the Buddhist accomplishment practice called Karling Shitro and Lama Chepa. Karma Kuchen Rinpoche was born in 1970, and His Holiness Dunjom Rinpoche recognized him as the unmistaken incarnation of Karma Tekchok Ningbo, the 10th throne holder of Payul Monastery. His Holiness Pema Rinpoche invited Karma Kuchen Rinpoche to Namdroling Monastery in 1975 when he was just 5 years old and enthroned him with a grand ceremony. Under the guidance of Pema Rinpoche, Kuchen Rinpoche received all the important empowerments, oral transmissions, and pit instructions of the Nyingma school. In 2000, Pema Rinpoche enthroned him in Payul Monastery, Tibet, as the 12th throne holder of Payul lineage. Since then, Kuchen Rinpoche has been making great effort to preserve and promote the teachings of Lord Buddha and Guru Rinpoche to this day, following the footsteps of Pema Rinpoche. After the passing away of Pema Rinpoche, he is shouldering the main responsibility of continuing the legacy of the glorious Payu lineage, and he visited Namdroling to preside over the past 2 anniversary prayer ceremonies of Pema Rinpoche. This year also he came, despite difficulties, to preside over the 3rd anniversary. Even though your compassionate vision is unbiased, your blessing is received only by those who have faith. I pray so that the nectar-like blessings of your Vajra body, speech and mind ripen my 3 doors. More than 10 monastic disciplinarians worked hard to make sure that the ceremony was carried out perfectly. Invocation prayer during the ceremony was done with the playing of different religious instruments. Performance of goddesses of offerings was carried out by the monks. More than 400 nuns gathered at the ground floor of Sangdok Palri temple and carried out the Buddhist accomplishment practice called Dorsen and Lama Chopa for 3 days. Preparation of lunch and dinner for the participants. Monk kids gather in their respective classes and praise for the swift rebirth of His Holiness Pema Rinpoche. Resident Tibetans from Balakupi Tibetan settlement carried out prayers of swift rebirth as well as calling the Lama from afar. Lunch break. A scene of monks' robes being left on their seats during the break. Monks receiving their share of lunch. Kempos, Turkus, Lamas, and Lopoens have lunch. Other participants having lunch. Lunch packs were being distributed to more than 5,000 lay and ordained participants. His Holiness Kuchen Rinpoche enters the temple to participate in the afternoon session of the ceremony. The chief disciplinarian reads out the letter of refuge. All the students from India and abroad makes mandala offering to His Holiness Kuchen Rinpoche and His Eminence Namdroling Rinpoche. Puja committee offers souvenirs to sponsors. Over 150 students of His Holiness who came from home and abroad also participated in the ceremony. The offering section of the Lama practice. Playing of religious instruments to conclude the prayer ceremony. All the participants make kata offering before the portrait of His Holiness Pema Rinpoche, followed by kata offering before the holy body of His Holiness Pema Rinpoche, preserved at the first floor of Sangdok Palari Temple. Night view during the 3 days of prayer ceremony with the beautiful illuminations. ordained and lay practitioners make circumambulations and prayers with great faith and respect. May you, the protector of beings, hold me throughout my future lives, so that I perfect all stages and the paths. May I be able to liberate all beings who are difficult to tame, hold the secret and definitive teachings, and perfectly carry out all the conducts of a bodhisattva. Through all my births, may I not be separated from the perfect Lama, and so enjoy the glory of the Dharma. May I completely accomplish the qualities of the path and stages, and quickly attain the state of Vajradhara.